Hello and welcome back to Love Advice TV. I have the pleasure and the delight to be joined by Mr. Alex Cormont.
Hey.
Thank you very much for coming into the studios today to do a video together.
I'm so happy. Hi, everyone.
Very happy to do yet another video for you. You guys know that it's both a passion and a purpose for us to have this opportunity to provide you with a sneak peek of the advice that we give in coaching sessions and to have this possibility of interacting with you. I can't tell you, Alex, how many times someone books a coaching session with me and tells me, thank you so much for your videos, and I've watched all of them, and I feel like I know you, and I know you get that too.
Yeah, for sure, in France, and even with my new YouTube channel. So I can guarantee you that this type of message are really falling into our heart, and that makes us so happy.
Right, you give us so much love that
we want to give back.
We want to give you so much love back. And so the topic that someone asked me in the comment section, I want to make my ex obsess over me. Like I don't just want my ex back. I want my ex to be infatuated, in love with me, just like they did the first time around. And I made a note of that and wanted you in the studios to talk about this notion of not just getting an ex back, but wanting to be madly in love in a new and improved relationship. So if you guys have been watching our channel for some time, you know that we try to the best of our ability to promote healthy solutions to find happiness in love. We don't like gimmicky techniques or manipulation because we don't think it's sustainable. And so when we talk about this notion of getting your ex to obsess over you, of course, you already know that we're going to tackle this in a positive way. So getting your ex to obsess over you means that you have rebuilt yourself and your value to such a standard that your ex, you have become the person that they always wanted you to be. And this is the premise and the foundation of Alex's philosophy that he has basically been preaching to the entire world since 2007. So Alex, if your hope is to become that best version of yourself, this higher, better you, and let's say that we're talking to someone that just got broken up with, that is really at the bottom of the barrel, how can you give them a long-term vision of this process from being completely overwhelmed to getting your ex to be basically infatuated with you because you have completed a true process of personal transformation? How does it work?
I think it's a process of, let's say, 3 steps. The first one is understanding, because as you said, if you want your ex to be really in love and really obsessed about you, you need to offer them the best relationship possible, with happiness, with joy, with everything that you can give to them. So you need to understand what happened, why this breakup occurs, and what is actually happening in your situation. So if you can understand that, that will be the first step. Then, as you know, on Love Advice TV, we are always talking about personal growth, about how to become the best version of yourself by doing new activities and by elevating your spirituality. This is something really important. And I guess with the masterclass that you have something really specific in
that. You read my mind. In our masterclass, we've created the wheel of personal transformation. The wheel of personal transformation. And this is something that I'm very proud of. It's basically the basic technique to reach any sort of change, how to create new patterns. And Alex is right. In our wheel of personal transformation, the first step is an issue identification step. If you don't understand why something went wrong, it is impossible to make things right. And even if a dead clock, a broken clock is right twice a day, you don't want to be flying blind in this process. You want to maximize your chances of success. So it's important not to get so caught up in the end result of getting back together and having your ex be infatuated, obsessed with you, and to start from the ground up by understanding truly what went wrong in order to make things right.
And then once you just build this foundation, you can go to the third step. And for me, the third step is open the new page. This is something really important. We don't want to be in the same relationship with the same troubles, with the same problems. So if you want your ex to be obsessed about you, for me, to my opinion and my experience, it's two words. New. We want new activities, new things, new emotions. If you can bring new emotion to your ex, I can guarantee you she or he will be always in love with you. And the second thing is, I think we need to change our mind about love. Love is not the routine. Love is not being emotionally dependent or giving too much. You need to be in a new activities, but also to bring happiness to yourself, to your life, and to your relationship. We need to always focus on happiness.
The amazing part of this job is helping people feel more empowered. And getting your ex to obsess over you has less to do with them and their mindset and everything to do with you and what you do. And focusing on the things that you can control is something that is so essential and something that I talk about each and every day in my coaching sessions. I don't get to speak to your ex. I don't have the luxury of being able to understand their side of the story, what their blockages were, etc., etc. And I don't need their side of the story, to be honest. We've developed a system to see the full picture, to get the full puzzle, if you will, just by understanding your perception of where things went wrong, the way that you lived out your relationship. And our goal, of course, is to empower you to fix certain negative behaviors in order to maximize your chances of success, because in the process, you're going to feel happier. You're going to be more social. You are going to grow as a person. You're going to challenge yourself in so many ways that you will become the person that they fell in love with, and more, a more mature version of that person, because we human beings learn through mistakes and through adversity. And those mistakes don't have to bring you down, they can empower you. And Alex will tell you, because I know we've talked about this many times throughout our careers as coaches. Some of the strongest relationships that we see are the relationships where there was the most adversity. Sometimes it's couples that have broken up once or twice that end up being in the most beautiful and complete relationships.
Yeah, if you want your ex to be obsessed about you, you need to make sure that the relationship is perfect. That means an open communication, a strong confidence about yourself, and a strong confidence for your ex also, meaning for your partner. So I can guarantee you, if you can today decide about what you want in your life, set goals, just rebuild yourself, that will inspire. You use this word a lot. Inspire is like the most important thing when you want your ex to be obsessed. Because if your ex could be inspired for you, with you, then she will or he will not think about the past. It's always a new relationship. That's why I said the first step is open a new page.
So once you've understood the issues and your negative behaviors, and you've put in place a plan to build new patterns and behaviors, I no longer want you to think about the past, and I no longer want you to think about your ex and what they're doing. Because if you do, a lot of times you're going to seek their approval, right? You're going to want them to validate your progress, and that's counterproductive. What I want you to do is to love the person that you see in the mirror. You have to inspire yourself. And if you're focused on living with purpose and inspiring yourself and being proud of what you see in the mirror, I guarantee you that it's just a matter of time before your ex will start to obsess over you. So the key to having your ex obsess over you is to first be proud of the person that you see in the mirror. And that, my friends, is something that you can control. So the ball is in your court.
Exactly. And you need to keep in mind something to help you to build this foundation. It's not your fault. If you can focus on the relationship and see what went wrong, it's never your fault. It could be the routine. It could be you are being emotionally dependent because someone told you that you're not enough. There is always some external sources that you need to take into consideration. It's not your fault. So you can change. You can inspire your ex. You can just love yourself in the mirror.
Thank you, Alex, for dropping all this knowledge. Thank you for coming into the studios.
So happy.
Yes, we will do this again very, very soon. And as always, if you have questions, you know what to do in the comment section below. We have an amazing team that is dedicated to support you each and every step of the way. Of course, if you can, invest in coaching sessions with whatever coach you feel most comfortable with, and think about the masterclass. Go check it out. Coach Natalie has done an extensive video that explains the process of the masterclass, and you really need to check it out because it can change your life. It can change your breakup recovery. So, as always,
Keep fighting the good fight.
and see you soon, my friends.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye.